deflects the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that previous play. Play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. What a catch! They finally make the tackle, but a huge gain down to the 15.
Great job by the quarterback with an accurate throw against man coverage for a first down. Overall, by the entire crew, good execution by this offense.
And the Rebels pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Ole Miss. They strike first in this national title bout.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there and booted away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. He's running out of time here. Caught by the receiver. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. Touchdown, Penn State. They begin to fight back here in this championship game.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moving right down the field for a touchdown. Back to pass. It's Simmons. Makes the grab. It's Lee. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain in that play.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Grab behind the line. It's Lacy. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Behind the line. It's Lee. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Great job by this defensive tackling in space. They are going to keep him short of the first down marker, and a big decision for this head coach on whether or not to go for it or punt it away.
The Rebels will bring their punt team onto the field. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. What a move, and he's free. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. He lets it rip. Hot over the middle. It's Martin. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39. They still cannot stop this receiver. We're here in the first quarter. He's already got 100-plus receiving yards.
This guy is big time and living up to the hype. I mean, you and I both knew coming in that they had to be able to slow him down. Who expected this guy to have over 100 yards receiving in the first quarter?
Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's going to pull it down and run. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain.
Hey, if you're not going to account for a quarterback, he's going to be smart enough to take off when the opportunity is there.
Third down play for this offense. They'll try to run for the first down. Runs through the defender. And moves the football to the 27 and a first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive moving. And then first down, right back to the running game. End zone ahead. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
The AT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. And the quarterback keeps it here. He's got room to run. He's past the marker and still going. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
That's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on an option like this and pick up a big chunk of yards, it can leave any defense with their head spinning.
And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. We reach the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. To throw, it's Simmons. Makes a quick grab. They stop him, but this offense is threatening now at the plus 43.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. He makes the grab. They finally make the tackle, but he gets all the way to the 14.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
From the shotgun, an inside handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows was some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
He's got it, looking for the end zone. Tackled after the completion, down at the 1-yard line.
Chris, the defense has got to do a better job of wrapping up the tight end there. The coach is preaching to these guys, we need more than one tackler to the ball. They caught a break there. The tight end breaks the first tackle, and they had another man there to bring him down before it could have gotten ugly.
And it's a direct snap. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Folks, we hope you're enjoying this. The national championship game is all tied up. Buckle up now for the finish.
Man, this is everything you could hope for on this biggest stage in a national championship. Both these teams bringing their A game. I can't wait to sit back and see who wins it.
And the PAT is good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. We got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Play action here on first down. Looking to scramble. On the run here. Lets it go. That's caught. It's Reynolds. Good enough for the first down to the 37.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Breaking tackles. Legs still churning. Won't go down. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run. This is a determined running back just refusing to be brought down that time by the defense.
You know, the coaches told us that this guy's one of the hardest workers on the entire team. You can see all that offseason work that he put in has paid off. That time, shaking free from those defenders and getting more positive yards.
Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football. Everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
And the Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Love to see defensive backs who are able to locate the football and break on the ball and be able to go up and make a clean interception. Great play here.
And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Handoff from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Looking to pass. It's Simmons. With the catch, it's Lee. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first. You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Lacy. They finally get him down, but this passing game has produced a chunk play.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The Rebels offense is on the move now. On first down, it's play action. On the move now. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackle made to the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a first down.
First and 10 now for the offense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to throw it on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Haas. Powering through the defender. Touchdown, Ole Miss. A catch and run by the big tight end. What a weapon this guy is.
This guy is a matchup problem. You put an undersized safety who can run with the tight end, and he's going to go over top of him. You put a big, strong linebacker on him, and he's going to outrun him. Just a really tough matchup, as you saw right there.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On first and 10, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a real nice gain there.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
First down here for this offense. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
The freshman with a little too much air under that move.
When they don't make the completion here, the timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Will hand it off. Picks up the first, looking for more. Able to convert on third. Sets him up now. First down to the 22. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The Nittany Lions will have first and 10 here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He escapes the pocket. Fires it on the move. That is broken up and incomplete.
Good job of sitting back in zone by this defense. Allows the entire secondary to keep their eyes up and kind of feel the receivers, but recognize when the quarterback releases the ball and then break on it and knock it away. That was perfect technique.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Nittany Lions are in the red zone. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Well, they decide to throw the ball here on third down and short. I really thought the easy thing is just run the quarterback or hand it off, pick up the first down, keep this drive alive, and get 6 points on the board.
Can they keep this drive going? It's fourth down and 6. And the flag is out before the snap. The defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on fourth down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Caught near the goal line. He will score. Touchdown, Penn State. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And he fields it inside the 15. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. So not much time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can they make something happen? Oh, he throws it back. The pass rush closing in, but the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will kick this away to get the second half going. And he'll leave the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. Dropping back, it's Simmons. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. It's caught inside the 30, still on his feet. Touchdown, Rebels, to put them on top now. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trying to blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Is back out on the field. On the run, it's Martin.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
So 2nd and 7 at the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. Same tailback, another carry. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
But I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Oh, and he can't hang on to it. That's a guy known for his hands. Couldn't pick it off. Brings up 4th down. The Nittany Lions will have to punt this one away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. No fair catch. He feels the punt. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? Moves out of the pocket. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Simmons. That's caught. It's Lacy. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game, they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
1st down, looking to throw the football. Pump over the middle. It's Cunningham. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Can they keep this drive going, try to convert on 3rd down now? Dropping back, we're going to throw for the 1st down. Grab near the sticks. It's Lee. They make the stop, but good enough for a 1st down at the 29.
You know, with the lead in the national championship in the 2nd half, there are a lot of offensive coordinators around the country that would be more conservative, run the ball, keep the clock moving. I love the fact that this offensive coordinator takes a chance here, throws the football, shows the confidence he has in a quarterback, and it really pays off for him.
A change of direction.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on 1st down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain in the pitch and catch.
Another big gain by this wide receiver. This guy has had a great year all season long. You knew coming into the national championship he'd have a shot to make a lot of big plays. But give credit to the offensive coordinator, moving him around, allowing him to find space to do work.
And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
PAT is good, so it's 35-21. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
21.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. Start with 25. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And this pass is caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one of those dream performances.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to create some matchups to their advantage. But, man, this defense is so athletic. Nowhere to go here after this catch.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And they get the completion. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. And that's the fullback making the catch. That was not a big concern for this defense when they built the game plan, but maybe they have to shift the focus.
Yeah, they have to, because this guy's athletic enough to be able to make that catch. This guy pounds those shoulders in to make blocks, play after play. I think it's very nice to be able to see him finally show what he can do catching a ball like this.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Another positive gain by this back. I tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
Looking to scramble. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And I love how this defensive coordinator knows how to get after this quarterback. This guy is dangerous when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator understands that. That's why he's trying to hurry up the process. They get pressure on him here, actually hit him as he's throwing this football.
Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity to here put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them to 4th down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
It's a fumble. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time.
Boy.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open. The quarterback makes the right throw. And look at these yards.
And Kirk, it's Ole Miss on top. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Keeping it on the ground here. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Takes the handoff again. Breaks free. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
And the Rebels lining up here on 1st and 10. Quarterback still with the football. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, why not, Chris? Here we are in the 4th quarter. It's 3rd down. This guy's been making plays all game long. Go back to him again, and it works out.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. He's swarmed by the defense. All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Back to throw. It's Simmons. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Risky throw here on 2nd down. You know, small spaces down here can be an issue for any quarterback. Very interested to see what they call here on 3rd down coming up.
3rd and goal. Looking to throw the ball. And he's got it. Touchdown, the Rebels.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. Very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Bringing it out. It's Wallace. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended
play.
Let's see what they can do here. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, he makes the catch. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. The Nittany Lions hustle to the line to run that hurry up.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it.
Here's the throw deep downfield. And it's caught for a huge pickup. They're down inside the 30 now. The complexion of this drive suddenly changing. One massive play, and they're closing in on the red zone now with the first down. The shotgun running play call. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Grab near the sticks. It's Reynolds. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. First down, looking to throw the ball. And the pass is knocked away in the end zone. A touchdown saving play.
It's just so hard in these late game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
Oh, what a grab! Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. This offense really clicking.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
Extra point splits the uprights. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead, you got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football. You got a great chance at a victory.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Grab down the middle, it's Lee. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
How about that play call here, Chris? I mean, I'm thinking they're going to run the football and continue to work this clock. This gives you an idea how much confidence they have in their passing game and this quarterback being able to throw the football with the lead in the fourth quarter, completion, and you're able to keep that clock moving.
Grinding away with the running game. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
Caught in the backfield. It's Haas. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, a big part of the reason, Chris, we've seen this offense be able to build a lead is because of the way they've mixed up the run with the pass. Back-to-back plays, positive yards. I love that they're keeping an aggressive mindset, even working with a lead.
The Rebels will line up now. It's 1st and goal. First down and goal here. A touchdown just about puts this game on ice. And they'll use the ground game here. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a second down. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now third down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Gain moves the ball to the 1. Third down and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. He muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
You know, some people get really upset when you run up the score like this, but for most of the players out there, I think they get it. When you're ahead, you want to win by 100, and when you're behind, you just want it to end.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking right, this one caught. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Grabbed by the receiver. Will not be brought down. And a timeout taken by the offense. 18 seconds on the clock.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. On the move now. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give your...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State.
Well, another touchdown pass for this quarterback. Multiple scores on the day. He is in total control of this offense right now, and the defense just doesn't have an answer.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery.
Well, they didn't really have much of a choice. Had to go with this onside kick, but as we all know, such a low chance of actually recovering this. It was likely their only option if they wanted to get another shot at trying to get the football back.
And the offense will just take a knee. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. I'd say mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And then there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have been right up there as a top team in college football, and it's very fitting that they not only win it, but they win it in grand fashion.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Ole Miss Rebels.